I decided to do a video just for you. Are there any high-valued men in trucking? We're going to talk about it. But before we talk about it, I'm going to need you guys to like, share, subscribe, bump the bell for notifications, and let's get into it. Heard of Kevin Samuels. He is the reason for the season. Right now, he is a hot topic. Unless you're living under a rock, you should have heard at least of this man's name. All right, outside of all the scandals and everything, he has created a platform to talk about high-value men and the women that want high-valued men. But it seems that in his mind, there's not enough high-valued women to go around. So he is being very blunt with his critiques of the women that he interviewed on his show. A lot of times he's going live on YouTube and Instagram, and a lot of women are not finding his topics of conversation funny, humorous. They find it demeaning and unappreciative of black women. Okay, cool. That's the synopsis of Kevin Samuels. You can go ahead and go to Instagram. You can go to YouTube and look up his videos and find out exactly what I'm talking about. But his definition of high-valued men is someone who makes anywhere between $200,000 and up annually. In particularly white-collar jobs. Because of his image, he's an image consultant. I can only assume he's talking about mainly white-collar males. For the most part, people stereotypically like to put blue-collar drivers in one category, and it's normally the lower category, and white-collar workers in a higher tax bracket. But oh my. Okay, I'm here to tell you, there is a lot of high-valued men in trucking. And I don't even want to use that term because, again, that's putting folks into a box. I don't like being placed into a box, but I'm going to use it for the sake of Kevin Samuels. And I'm going to defend my trucking brothers. I'm here for you fellas, okay? There is a lot of high-valued men in trucking, period. Do we have some great value Walmart brand brothers in trucking? Absolutely. You can't deny that, okay? I'm going to talk in particularly about owner-operators, fleet owners, and for those who are in trucking that has passive income or other incomes coming in. The reason why I would exclude a company driver, because I can't speak to or on a company driver. Not saying that they don't exist, but I can only speak on what I know of because I am a owner operator and I actually see how much money an owner operator could make. When I was a company driver, is no way I could, if I was a man, I could have been considered a high value man. So I'm not knocking anybody. Like I mean, you know, I don't need to see check stubs, because I know that's the first thing. This is not a dick measuring contest, fellas, okay? I ain't moved by your check stub. So please don't drop down in my comments saying I'm a company driver. I work for such and such and such. I make 3,000 net every week. This video is not about you. Okay, let's not make it about you. All right, I would hope that you are making that kind of money, and I'm happy for you. But this is not the time. I ain't got a dick for you to measure up against. Let's just call it that, and we're gonna end it there. Okay. So, as an owner operator, we have, or men have, the potential to make as much money as they want to make. Net, absolutely, you can bring home $150,000, $200,000 a year. Now, we're talking about high valued men financially. Okay. Now, what he does with that money is the question. If he ain't got no vices such as casinos, lot lizards, children all over the country, bad credit, he owes CRST money, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying, y'all? If he's not in any of those situations and he's managing his money correctly, then cool. Let's talk about him. Let's talk about that particular driver. That particular driver is financially cool. He fits the description, right? You see him on Instagram with his homeboys. They in every club. They making it rain. You know, he has, one or two personal cars, nice cars, luxury cars, trucks, whatever it is. You know, he lived downtown Dallas in a condo. You know what I'm saying? He look good. You can smell him through the phone. You know what I'm saying? You just know for sure he got on some type of Creed cologne or something through the phone. He just look like that's what he do, right? He got, the designer clothes, you know what I'm saying? The waves, he got nice teeth, he got a nice beard. He's just, listen, I'm gonna stop right there. Cause the only way you gonna find him is under a big ass rock. Meaning, they are very rare in trucking. Yeah, I hate the Berkshire bubble. That is very rare. Because high valued is not just, in my opinion, how much money you make. It is about your outer appearance. It is about your character as a man. And we're going to get into that. But let's just cover hygiene for now. All right? And then we're going to get back into finances. And then I'll cover character. So, again, we're not going to front on my channel. Okay? And say, well, you need to get to know a person first. That's not how this shit works. That's not how it works. Okay? Attraction, for the most part, is physical. All right? Unless you work one-on-one with this person, y'all seeing each other every day, and then you can say, yeah, but ultimately, the first thing is physical attraction. It's hard to determine that out here on the road because, for the most part, men are not wearing three-piece suits on the road, right? So how can you tell if he is wearing some regular jeans and a t-shirt, a hat, just walking through the truck stop, if he's high valued or not? If you have, if you're 40 years old, like I'm 45, you've been out here long enough to know, and you should be able to recognize a man who is well kept. Period. If his jeans are clean, they ain't got to be name brand, because I don't wear name brand out here on the road. If his jeans are clean, you could tell, is a certain kind of jean. It's not something that he picked out of a Walmart bin. His shoes are nice. They ain't got to be the top of the line name brand. They could be some Echoes, You know what I'm saying? What's another brand? Just a mid, kind of midline brand that would tell you he has enough pride and sense enough not to know I'm not gonna go and get me a $500 boot, but I'll go and get me a $200 boot, $100 boot to wear to work. He's taking pride in himself. He has on a nice t-shirt or a nice button-up shirt, sleeves. Look at his watch. If he has on a nice watch, it doesn't have to be top of the line. It could be an Apple Watch, right? His cap is clean. His nails aren't dirty. His teeth are white. He has a haircut, or if it's growing back, you can tell he has had a haircut at least in the past month. You know what I'm saying? That in itself can kind of give you an inkling of who this brother is. All right? We're not talking about his character, ladies, now, because I don't want y'all to get it twisted. Well, damn, just because listen to me now. If his shoes ain't flipped up in the front, don't get caught up on his style. Don't get caught up on that. Because I know I can get, I'll look at a man and be like, he got on cowboy boots with the Levi jeans. But take a step back and look at it from a different point of view. His shit clean though. He put some thought into how he wanted to look that day. That says a lot about a man, ladies. I'm just saying, for those who are single, and if you're looking for a high value man, I'm just telling y'all what to look for. If y'all decide to link up, this might be something you could change later on. But don't get caught up in, oh my God, his style don't match. Don't get caught up in that. I'm just saying. Don't get caught up in that. And if he is, 40 plus, he gonna be stuck on his style anyway already. He ain't gonna let you tell him what to do. A real man ain't gonna let no woman, dictate his every move. And then at the end of the day, ladies, you have to allow a man to be who he is. If you met him wearing dungarees and cowboy boots, don't get, a year into the relationship trying to change that shit. You can make some adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if he does it, it's because he's open to it, not because you told him to do it. All right, but we're gonna save that for another video, right? I'm just telling y'all. Secondly, you're gonna look at his truck. Look at the tires, y'all. Look at the tires. I ain't saying the outside of the truck got to be clean. I'm not saying that, because I can go for 2 months without washing my truck, but the inside gonna be cleaner than a motherfucker. Okay, and I ain't talking about dirty to the point where if he got a white truck and he got oil grease splattered all on the side of the truck and mud all on the side of the truck that's been caked on, and you can tell it's been caked on for 6 months. Nah, there's no pride there. A man with pride, and it's his equipment, he taking care of his equipment, and it's gonna show. I ain't saying he got to have chicken lights wrapped around the whole goddamn truck and trailer and chrome on every goddamn thing, and it ain't got to be the newest truck either. Okay, let's not get that twisted. But if he has a nice truck on the outside, he ain't write the name of his company on a piece of paper and stuck it up there with some duct tape. You know what I'm saying? He has some pride in his equipment. That's going to tell you what kind of man he is. Now, if you are fortunate enough to walk him back to his truck, from the store, make sure you get your peek. Get your peek, ladies. Get your peek. And you ain't got to go inside the truck. When he open that door, you need to be looking at the door panels. Are they clean? If they full of grease, chuck up the deuces. Chuck up the goddamn deuces. Your doors, because you know what it take to build up grease on a door? panel. I'm just saying. If the floors in his truck, the dust on them this thick, ladies, deuces. It ain't got to be the cleanest floor, because my floor get dusty. We all know you in and out of a truck all day sometimes. You ain't had no time, and especially if he bought his money, you understand what I'm saying? He ain't got time to be talking about dusting every 5 minutes, OCD type shit. You know what I'm saying? And not saying men ain't clean, but you rarely will find a man he got to be every 5 seconds. It's not if he about his coin. He ain't got that kind of time, because I got OCD, and I'm not finna be every 5 seconds in my goddamn truck, because I understand, I have times that I get in my truck and I clean it, but this is not about me. So those are the 2 things you can look for. You ain't got to get all the way in the truck. And the smell of the truck. Yeah. When he opened that door, do you smell alcohol that you could drink? Because there's a lot of drivers out here that drink. And if he drinking on the road, that you don't want it, sis. You don't want it, sis. Because that means he don't give a fuck about himself and others. To me, in my opinion, that's a selfish motherfucker. If you out here sitting, drinking, and I ain't talking about you're 34. You know what I'm saying? If you do your home, you doing some home time in your truck, you know what I'm saying, somewhere. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about you on your 10, and you on your 30, and your truck and your breath smell like alcohol. Red flag. Red flag. Yeah, that's what red flag, ladies. Okay. So if the inside of his truck don't smell too clean, yeah, smell like piss. I don't think you want no parts of that, ladies. Okay, so that's what you're gonna look for. All right. So now y'all exchange numbers and all this good shit. Okay. Now he talking to you over the phone. He telling you what he got going on. He telling you, you know what I'm saying, he has the one truck. Now he's either talking about, finding him a woman to settle down with so he could team and get more money. You know what I'm saying? Or he's saving his money to buy his second and his third truck. That's kind of giving you an idea. And, with trucking, it's kind of hard to find out if these things are facts. I'm telling you, ladies, it's hard to find out if these things are facts. It's not like he's in your city and you can call such and such and such. Hey, girl, such and such and such. Listen, this nigga can sell you some goddamn dreams. You understand me? He can sell you some dreams. That's why you don't give it up as soon as you meet. Nah. When you are trying to find you a high value man in trucking, you got to wait. Listen, I know I'm married, but I'm just here for the single ladies who, I'm married and ain't dead. But I'm just here to give y'all some advice if you're trying to get a high value man in trucking. My personal opinion, you don't get this nigga no coochie for a whole year. 1 year. Fellas, I already know y'all finna come for me. Oh, who finna wait that long? You ain't gonna wait 90 days already, Negro. She ain't the first chick that you met on the road, and she ain't gonna be the last. So you already got some people in your phone that you gonna get nosh from. So don't even come. Listen, fellas, y'all, let's keep it 100. If she ain't giving it to you in a year, that don't mean you gonna be deprived. Okay? But if this woman, and again, she has good enough excuse. We ain't talking about, you meeting somebody at home. We're talking about somebody that's on the road that has to build trust and believe that you are who you say you are. Give her the benefit of the doubt. And the door goes both ways. All right? The door goes both ways. I'm here for the fellas as well. This video is about them and uplifting them. At least I hope that's what I'm doing. But I'm just letting it be known that there are some high value men out here. And ladies, how you can get you a high value man. So if you can't wait, then I don't know what to tell you. But ladies, like I said, don't just be jumping. I'm telling you, you're going to be mad. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be mad. You're going to put some unnecessary miles on your nosh. Because these niggas be lying. But anyway, that's just my tidbit, right? You do what you want to do. It's your body, it's your cooch. You do what you want to do. But I'm just telling you, this is not somebody you know that you can call to verify. And even in your own city, but like I said, at least you'll feel a little more comfortable, because now, it's a good chance that you can run into this person again. This Negro, honey, you done gave it up. Ain't no promises that you gonna see him next week. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, so y'all already know I turn my truck off when I'm doing my videos, and it's hot in here. So y'all exchange numbers. Y'all talking on the phone. He telling you all the things that sound good financially. How do you know these things are true? How can you find out if these things are true? When the only thing you really got, ladies, is your gut. Is your gut. A liar can't keep up with their lies. And I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say that one more time. A liar can't keep up with their lies. You have to make it your business to make sure you remember what he said and when he said it. Okay? Because y'all gonna talk about the same things over and over and over again, especially if this is a goal of his. If this is a goal for him to own more than one truck, it's a goal for him to buy another house, or it's a goal for him to buy his first house, it's a goal for him to buy a trailer, whatever it is. Y'all gonna talk about, he's gonna be passionate about these things. So he's gonna talk, is his story consistent? Is it consistent? Did he ever teeter-totter on what he said? Is he keeping his word? A real man will keep their word, because that's all they got in the world. Is he keeping his word? And when I say, you guys, let's just say she's a lady driver. Or she don't even have to be a lady driver. She lives in, let's just say she lives in Cincinnati, Ohio. He makes it his business to come and see you once a month. That nigga will show up on time, the same time, all the time. He's consistent and he is keeping his word. So if he's doing that, that's a good sign. Now, does that mean he's a high value man and that he may not, that he could be lying? Yeah, he could still be lying. But that's the risk you take with anybody in and outside of trucking. You can only go by what a person is showing you. What you gonna do? Ask him for his bank statements? You could, but he ain't gonna give it to you. He is not gonna give it to you. He ain't finna show you his credit score. He ain't gonna let you run no credit report. You ain't even sure if the name he gave you was real. So you can't even go into no database, because you don't even know what city this fool live in, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful if you're trying to find a high value man in trucking. It's a big risk. It's a very, very big risk. All right. So he's being consistent. He's keeping his word. And he wants to be there for you. He wants to be there for you. And why he wants to be there for you is because he sees potential. You're bringing something to the table. A high value man, off rip, they want a woman who is bringing something to the table. Most high value men will not take interest in a woman who don't have nothing going for herself. You have to be real with yourself, ladies. If you are bringing something to the table, okay? Are you in school? How many children you have? I'm backing Kevin Samuels on this now. How old are you? Do you live with your mama? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a nice car? And I ain't talking, and I have to say nice car. You know what I'm saying? Because you ride around in a 1999 Corolla with 1,000,000 miles. That's going to say something about you. If he's smart, he's going to pick up on those things. The same way we pick up on things, men are smart enough to pick up on things too. You know what I'm saying? Are you the cashier in the truck stop? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but if you 45 years old, you're a cashier in a truck stop. What he making $200,000 a year? What he gonna do with you? What could he do with you outside of, dropping it off in your drawers? I'm just saying. Please, ladies, don't come for me. You just have to be real with yourself if you're looking for a high value man. Okay? And then in order to deal with the truck driver, a high value truck driver, you're going to have some shit going on in your life anyway to deal with him. Because you can't be one of those that's sitting around by the phone waiting on him to call or waiting on him to come through the door. It's just not going to work like that. If he running his business correctly, you know what I'm saying? That shit going to have to be on the schedule anyway. So in the meantime, you're going to have a game plan, boo. I'm just saying. Women, a lot of women don't become, or they try to become high valued after they meet a high value man. High value truck driver who's always on the road, he wants and needs, it's a must have, a woman that he can trust. Someone who's loyal to the T. Okay? While he's out here on this road. It's a psychological thing, ladies. You have to prove that you are worthy of a high valued man's time. He's responsible with taking care of you, taking care of his family, taking care of his responsibilities, his business. He doesn't have time for a woman and her baggage. So if you have baggage, you still in love with your ex, you still conversing with your ex, you got baby daddy drama, you just immature, mentally you not ready, emotionally you not ready, leave that high value man alone, okay? Leave him for somebody who can really help him go to another level, because that's what it's really about a lot of times too. If he has it in him to be greater, he's already great. To be greater, 9 times out of 10, it's going to come from the woman that he's with. He's going to want to do more for her, and in order to do more for her, he has to do more. So the key word is more. 21 says you should already have some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? You should have some investments. You know what I'm saying? You should, and I ain't saying you got to have some real estate, but you should have a nice place to lay your head. So when this high value driver come off the road, he has somewhere nice to lay his head. You have to entice him. He has to be enticed to want to take his truck off the road and miss a little coin to come and lay up with you and spend time with you. That's all I'm saying. That's all. I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Y'all tell me if I am wrong. You have to be contributing to, the relationship. I am totally for that. This man is putting his life on the line daily out here on the road. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to depend on you for little things. Women, and I don't want women to be like, well, he need to know. There's some men out here, why not be his little secretary, his little sexy secretary, somebody he could fall back on. Hey, babe, can you check to see, if the payment is due, or when the insurance is, little things like that. You gotta be bringing something to the table, not just some goddamn tits and ass. Because if you know him already, you know he's a driver, he can get that on the road for $40 or less. I don't know how much it costs, but I'm just saying. So, you know, you got to be willing to take all the stress off of him. He's a high value man. He is a rare catch. What are you going to do to keep this man now that you guys are talking and conversing on the phone? You know what I'm saying? So you have these things to offer. Now you got to find out if what he's bringing to the table is real, and that just will come with time. Is he consistent? Like I said, is he, keeping his word on what he said he's going to do? Is he actually, you know what I'm saying? Does he want to help you? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're like maybe this far, you know what I'm saying, from where he is, and he wants to bring you here. Meaning he's willing to invest, into helping you grow to bring you here. He's showing you that. That's a high value man. Okay? That's a high value man. If he has a fleet, you can prove you can go online and with his DOT number to know how many trucks he got running under his own authority. If he's under his own authority, if he's leased under somebody or whatever. Listen, men who are in trucking and they have those kind of assets, their ego, they love to brag. They gonna make it known. Oh, baby, I got 5 trucks, or I got my own truck. You're gonna know this. They're gonna prove that to you. Okay? If he ain't proving that to you, sis, chances are he's a fucking lie. He's just a lie. And men, that is what men do. Anything that they want to show you that they can provide. They can provide, they can protect, and then they want to profess. I'm all for that Steve Harvey shit. Okay? Not saying everything Steve Harvey said was correct, because there was a lot of things I disagreed with. But those things I know, that is what men do. Okay? So you can kind of gauge, if he got 5 trucks, then chances are he's on the right path financially. If he got 2 trucks, he's on the right path financially. 1 truck, you can kind of, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it might be because he just got into the game. He's learning the game, and he needs, a little time to grow. Because I only have 1 truck. And he may not want to own a fleet. Not everybody that gets into this game wants to own a fleet. But we damn sure get into this game to use that money to create other venues or avenues to bring in money. If he ain't doing that, then how can he stay a high value man? It don't have to be trucking. It could be some other things he's created to bring in income. Okay? Or he has ideas. A man with ideas, a man with potential and dreams and hopes to do bigger and greater things. This is how you know you have a high value man. Or if you come up with the great idea and he's willing to say, you know what, let's do it. Because my husband is like that. He's not into all of the, I want to do this, I want to do that. If I say, babe, listen, I think we can make money like this, all right, babe, let's do it. No questions asked. Okay? So those are some tidbits. If that nigga ain't talking like that, red flag, ladies. Red flag. Okay? He ain't no high value man. He ain't no high value man. If he's driving for goddamn Warner and y'all talking on the phone and y'all been talking for 6 months and he ain't mentioned not once about getting his own truck or starting another business to bring in more income, don't bother with that. Okay? So those are just some signs. I'm not going to get into a long list because, honey, we'll be here all night talking about this. So now that we covered that, we covered, the hygiene, we've covered, the talking over the phone and try to get to know each other or whatnot, right? So if he is on social media, right? He's on social media. He has an Instagram. He has a YouTube. That is going to be another way to tell, is it real? Is it really real? How does he act? How does he engage with the people on, and then his friends, and on Facebook and everything, they're going to tell you, without telling you what kind of person this is. You're going to read the comments and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is just another way. I know I'm telling the secrets in front of the men, ladies, but this video is for them. You read those comments, you will see how he is. How does he treat his mom, on Mother's Day? And if he has children, how does he treat his children? Facebook is going to tell you that. Instagram is going to tell you that. You know what I mean? So if he is not giving you his social media information, he may not have a social presence. My husband doesn't. But, because that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Because if he doesn't, it'll be kind of hard to find out who he is without him telling you who he is. So I'm going to think on that, and I'll come back to it. I don't know if I'm going to come back to it in this video, but I'm going to come back to it. But that's just an idea, ladies. Check out his social media presence, what he got going on, how he's engaging. That's going to tell you, not every man is braggadocious, because a lot of men don't put their business out on social media too. That's another thing. Not everybody wants to be on Front Street about their shit. But at least you'll have that nigga real name and what city and state he live in. Now, you're there. Okay. Google is your friend. Google is your friend. Alright, websites, city sites, and all that good stuff, business websites, LLC websites, Dun and Bradstreet, all that shit is your friend, ladies. Okay? So now, y'all talking, it's been a year now. Okay. Now you want to give him some cooch. Make sure you put it on him now. Put it on him. And for those, I'm going to say this. Women, you know if you got good coochie or not. You know this. I would be, if I was a man, I know I said what I said is kind of contradicting itself. But if I was a man and I waited a whole year and your pussy it's trash basura, I'm gonna be madder than a motherfucker. Cause the door swing both ways. You done waited a whole year, and then when you get with this man, the dick is trash. Houston, we got a problem. Houston, we got a problem. So ladies, you done made this man wait a whole year. Your pussy better be good. And if it ain't, is all I'm gonna say. That head game better be 5 to the 10th power. Okay, that's all. And we gonna leave it right there. We gonna leave it right there. Okay, so now it's been a year. Y'all don't, y'all finna do y'all thing. You done put it on him. He in love. You got him. You know what I'm saying? The whole year y'all been getting to know each other. You know what I'm saying? He coming to the house, once a month or every other month. You cooking for him, y'all. Your house clean. He got somewhere to lay his head. You know what I'm saying? He helping you out a little bit. You helping him out a little bit. Y'all, y'all taking care of each other. Y'all are learning each other. You're learning. You know your likes, your dislikes, and all this good shit, right? Because within that year, you should be talking on the phone every day. You're trying to really get to know this man, this high value truck driver. You're trying to get to know him. You're listening for all the lies and stuff, sis. Remember? Okay, so y'all do y'all thing. You put it on you. You got him. Now he's opening up a little bit. Now he should be opening up. He willing to take you to his mama house and all this good shit, right? Y'all traveling. You done met his mama. You done met his kids if he got any. But again, according to Kevin Samuels, a high value man, you know, they shouldn't be having all these goddamn children all over the place. So that automatically X's him out. For me, if he's, you know, depends on the age. If he's, you know, 40 plus and he has children, I just don't think he should have any small children. And when I say small, I'm talking about like 10 and under. That's just me, and I have the right to feel that way. You have the right to feel that way because my son is 24 years old and he don't live with me. So it's almost like I don't have any children. So if I don't have to deal with, you know, a small child, I'm just not going to deal with yours. But that's just my preference. That's just my preference. Okay? Ladies, you may have that nurturing, motherly thing going on or whatever. And he may be worth it. If he's stuck around for a whole year and you done learned all these good things about him, then shit, he worth it. Character. Which will conclude that you have a high value man. And that goes back to how he's treated his mom, how he treats his kids, he's keeping his word. He's loving. He's a good communicator. If he's a high value truck driver, he should be a good communicator because really and truly that's all he has to show you that he's worthy of your time, because y'all don't see each other often. If this man, y'all don't see each other often already and he ain't calling you and he ain't texting you and all, child, get that boy the deuces. Give him the deuces. That means his other shit is occupying his time, because at the end of the day, we all get a 10-hour break. You can't run legally more than 11 hours a day. Okay? So he has time. For those who don't know how trucking works, don't let that nigga tell you, I'm driving, I'm working. No sir. Okay? He has the time. He can make the time. When he's getting loaded, unloaded at a customer, on his 10, on his 30, get a 30-minute break. This is every day that he's out on the road. So if he's calling you consistently, then you know. Are you willing to do the things that he would be willing to do for you? Women can be some selfish motherfuckers. We, a lot of times, are under the assumption that it's his job and responsibility to take care of me because he is a man, and that is how and only a man is defined, when that is so far from the truth. Aren't you more than just a piece of pussy? So why would you think he's just a cash cow? Help me make that make sense. Help me make that make sense. Would you want to be used solely just for your box? So what makes you think he should just want to be used solely for his money when he's more than that? I'm just saying. We're talking about high value men here. Not great value. Not low value. Not no value. High value men in trucking. What is he saying on the phone? Is he opening up himself like a book to you? Anything you want to know, he's not trying to hide nothing. He's answering all of your questions. This is, in my opinion, a high valued man. He doesn't have anything to hide. He wants you, baby. He wants you. He wants to be with you. This is a high value man. Okay? When he does come over to the house, shit, he's taking time out to kind of help you, clean up maybe. Even though I don't think he should have to do that, but he's showing you. And again, it's been a year, because in that, a lot of folks will give you their representative. You don't fuck the representative. Okay? You don't fuck the representative. That's why I said you have to wait at least a year. So he comes over, he wants to help you do things around the house. You know what I'm saying? He's thoughtful. He puts in time to plan things for y'all to do. He has things, passions. He has things that he wants to do, and he knows what he wants to do. A man who knows who they are. Okay, this is a high value man. A man who knows who he is and don't give a fuck what nobody else got to say. He gonna do him. He can stand on what he said, and ain't nobody gonna check him. This is a high value man. Okay, he ain't complaining. Listen. A fucking man who complains every time you turn around. That's a red flag for me. You know what I'm saying? He's a wan, a weak ass nigga. I don't. That's a flag. Always complaining. You know what I'm saying? So he's showing you his character. I truly believe we have a lot of drivers, male drivers out here who are deserving of a good woman. Period. No exceptions. You have a lot of women who play fucking games. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's being nice, talking that sweet shit over the phone, doesn't mean he's weak and that he's someone you should be taking advantage of. Because I can promise you and guarantee you, a high value man is smarter than you think. He ain't just got there on his good looks. He got there on his talent, his skills, his know-how, how his parents, his mama, his daddy raised him. He done been around the block a few times, enough to know better. So, bitch, don't think you fooling nobody because you ain't. On social media, is he always in the fucking casino? That can tell you a lot about a man. That's saying he has, in my opinion, a gambling habit. It's not, you can go into a casino for recreation every blue moon, but every chance you get, you in a casino, or when you talk to him on the phone, he in a casino. No, ma'am. For me, that's a turnoff. That's a turnoff for me. Okay, because that means you ain't managing your money correctly. Because everybody that go into the casino ain't winning. Unless you're a professional goddamn gambler. It's just a turn off for me. That's just my preference. This is education like. That can tell you a lot about a high value man. When he texts you and his grammar is fucked up and jacked up, get that boy the deuces. Get that boy. And I'm not saying, because you got some, but that to me says a lot about a man. You 40 plus and you using all these goddamn slangs and shit in text messages, and I'm a 40 plus year old woman. It's just a turn off to me. How are you? A high value man takes pride in himself. He knows how to articulate himself. He knows how he ain't got to have a college education, but he went to somebody's school. Okay, and he learned a thing or two, and it's gonna show in how he talks. It's gonna show in his text messages. Okay, see, a lot of men don't know that women, like myself, what we're looking for and what we look at, and why this girl ain't text you. You text her. Y'all kicked it off inside the truck stop, real nice. You text her and you ain't heard from her since. You thinking, oh shit, she must be got a nigga. No, nigga, you don't know the difference between 2 T-O and 2 T-W-O. Yeah, you don't know the difference between their T-H-E-R-E and their T-H-E-I-R. Yeah. But hey, I'm just saying. So that is my tidbit on high value men. There are some high value men in trucking. There are some good brothers out here, ladies. Really, there are. There's some really good brothers out here, whether he be company, fleet owner, operator, lease operator, whatever it is, local. There are some good brothers out here. It's time that we start to uplift our brothers. We have to bring something to the table if we want our brothers to give back to us, because what you put in is what you get in return. And I've learned that you ain't even got to meet a real man all the way. Just like I said, like that. It's just enough. Show him that you, and he gonna pour into you. He gonna pour into you, and he might have his own reasons, and that may be just to keep you out of his goddamn pocket. But that ain't the point. The point is he's pouring into you, and that's what you want. Okay, that's what you want. He wants you. He want to see you good with him or without him. That's a high value man, in my opinion. Just know that you guys are loved brothers in this truck. I want you guys to remain safe. If you agree with me, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, bump the bell for notifications. Follow me on all social media platforms. Moolah Mob! To the brothers, happy Father's Day again. And I'm out.